All the furniture you see here cost me around 3,000 ringgit. Hi, my name is Caleb Goh, and I'm renting a flat in a late 1940s shophouse in Kuala Lumpur. I tried to spend as little as possible in order to try to recreate what it would have looked like in the 1940s and 50s. I had just moved to KL, and so I couldn't even afford to buy my own place, so I was renting. So I was really on a shoestring budget. I think I saved money in acquiring pieces that were discarded, pre-loved pieces, rather than sourcing them from antique shops where they would have been restored, because the restoration would incur costs. And I am also keen on acquiring pieces that don't cost me any money. These are pieces that are thrown away, and like for example that record stand, I found it at a junkyard. The junkyard boss just let me have it for free because it's just a small thing. So the prices can be much lower than if you buy from an antique shop. So I've totaled it all up, 200, 100, 300, blah, 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 blah. You add it up all together, it's still well within my budget. I would say 3K. So this is my dresser. It's a roadside find. I was walking around Petaling Street one day, and right in front of the Sinzisia temple, there was a shop house, and an old lady was moving out, and some of the stuff that she didn't want to bring with her, she left them by the roadside. And I saw it, I fell in love with it, and it was free because it was just dumped by the roadside. This is my dining table, and I got it for around 350 ringgit at a junkyard. The junkyard boss sold me the table quite cheaply because the marble top had smashed. So I had to source this marble top separately, and I got it at this shop in Brickfields, where they mainly supply furniture to cafes and restaurants. And they had this massive storeroom full of just spare tabletops, and I had to hunt for one that is the specific size. It doesn't fit 100%, you can see there's a little gap here, but it works. So a display case like that, a bookcase like that, would have cost around maybe 800 ringgit. But I got this for around 200. But it was in pieces. The door has come off, I have to put back the doors. The glass were all gone, I had to replace the glass panels. So some work required, but much cheaper as compared to if you were to buy from an antique shop where it's already restored and everything is already, ready for display. I would very much prefer to inspect the item. I'm very scared about being scammed on Facebook Marketplace. So I would usually look for sellers who are within the driving range of KL, so that I can inspect the item in person. And I operate on a monthly budget. So every month my salary comes in, I set aside some money for my savings, for my parents, and then there's a little bit of extra money that I would put towards the house. There's no rush. Usually you would break the bank if you try to furnish an empty house all at once. You have to acquire so many pieces. Take your time. I took my time. I took nearly a year to get all this together. I did not have any of this furniture with me when I first moved into this flat. So every month you acquire 1 or 2 pieces and you slowly build up. And this gives you time to consider also what is suitable for which spot. And because you took your time, you might be able to find better deals. And this is my kitchen sink. When I moved in, it was just a plain aluminium sink. So I made a request to a friend of mine, and I asked that he help me build a sink cabinet, which he did. So as you can see, this is the sink cabinet. It's made from repurposed pieces of wood that he sourced, and he built it himself. I think I paid him around maybe 100 ringgit, 80 ringgit, I think around that. And yeah. Oh, and this dustbin is made by my uncle. My uncle was a tinsmith in Muar, so we make things like this lah. Handmade dustbin. And coffee kettle, also made by my uncle. So when I first moved in here, it was an empty unit. It was previously a tuition center / kindergarten that had to close shop because of the COVID lockdowns. There were some unavoidable costs, although the flat was in pretty good condition already, but we had to do some work lah. So we painted the house. I tried to do it by myself at first, and then I got a bit out of hand, so I recruited some of my friends to help me. But in the end, some of the stuff, like the ceiling work over there, is just beyond me. So I hired a contractor. I think I paid him around 200 or 300 ringgit. But yeah, the other stuff, I managed to do it myself. The door frames, the window frames, painted it myself. I've also put in a lot of new lights, so I had to also fork out some money to purchase the lights and then to do the rewiring. I installed that one myself, but once in a room I didn't have time for that, so I paid an electrician to do it for me. I grew up in a house where there's always music. My mother was a piano teacher, and so I really wanted to have my own piano, not just a digital electronic keyboard, but an actual piano. And then I found this one. It was being sold quite cheaply because it needed some work lah. So I got it for 1,000 ringgit, and it cost another 200 ringgit to have it shifted. Because as you know, pianos, you cannot just get regular movers to move it. You have to hire professional piano movers to move it. So moving it was a further 200 ringgit. So all in all, this piano set me back around 1.2k, and it's easily the most expensive thing in the house. Well, I'm quite surprised by the attention my flat has attracted, because it's just a small flat in Brickfields. But a lot of people have shown interest, and I've decided to take it positively. So I've rented it out a few times before for photo shoots. People shot movies here. There was one guy who proposed to his girlfriend here. So I had rent a house to them for like a few hours for them to have a romantic dinner. This wasn't my intention, but now that an opportunity has presented itself, I thought, why not? So yeah, I guess you could say this place, it's starting to earn a bit of money so that I can put the money back into the rent, I suppose. I wouldn't consider it passive income because it comes and goes, but some income is always welcome.